Hello everyone, this is Amrit. Welcome back to the channel. This video is the continuation of our full stack movie booking application series. And in this video, we are going to design our seat layout. Okay, so without any further delay, let's jump into the code. Okay, so in the previous video, we made this source dynamic. Okay, so now what we have to do is when we are clicking on any of this source, then we will redirect to this page. Okay, this is not currently implemented, but we will do in this video. So we will redirect in this page. Okay, so let's create the routing and then we'll start creating this layout. Okay, so just go to the app.jsx here, and here just write one more route path, that is movies, movie ID, movie name, theater ID, row ID, and seat layout. Okay, so you are thinking why I have written this long path. Okay, so I have written this path by taking reference from BookMyShow and District app. Okay, so that's how they are doing. So I also want to make a thing real, so that's why I also declare the path like this. Okay, now here after path we have to write the element. Okay, let's first go to the pages and write here seat layout dot jsx. Okay, save it. Now here just write seat. Now this is good. Now go to the movie details page inside theater timings, and now inside the source. Okay, so here whenever someone click here in any of the source, then we will redirect to that page. Okay, so we have to add an on click event listener here. So just write here on click navigator. So not navigate, we have to import that navigate. Here just write navigate. Okay, now let's write the movies. Now after this movie ID, and after this movie name. Okay, so here before source, after this we can get the movie name and theater ID as a variable here. So let's first of all we have to cut this, and sorry, we have to cut. Okay, yes, we have to cut this, and here just remove this and write like this. Okay, now paste this. Okay, now here just write const movie name equal to theater dot theater details. This is an underscore ID. This is theater ID. And after this movie name current dot movie dot title. Okay, now let's pass this movie name here. After movie name we have to pass state location. After location theater, and after this theater ID, and after this show and show ID. So that we will get from slot.id. Okay, and after this just write seat layout. Okay, now let's save it, and first let's reload. Wait for this while it's fetching the current location. Okay, now let's click on this show 4 p.m. show. So you can see that we are redirected to seat layout page. Okay, now it's time to design our layout. Okay, so you can see that here we don't need here this type of header. Okay, we have to make another header for this. Okay, so for that we have to do something. So let's go to the home app.jsx, and here for the return statement just add this. Okay, so if the URL matched with this, so this will become true if the URL matching with this. Okay, Now here go inside the header and just cut this, and here just write if the page is not layout page, then only display the header. Okay, otherwise no need to display anything. Okay, same for the footer, just cut this, and if the page is not seat layout, then display the footer. Okay, now let's save it. Okay, let's use match is not defined. Okay, so we have to import this. Okay, now let's save it. So you can see that seat layout only. Now we have to make this and this. Okay, so let's go to the seat layout page and design our seat layout. Okay, so just remove this first, and here just write like this. Okay, now create one div, and let's add the styling here. H is screen, overflow Y is hidden. Okay, now inside this we have to make our fixed header, and there is a scrollable seat layout, and last thing is fixed footer. Okay, first of all I will build fixed header, then fixed footer, and then last scrollable seat layout. Okay, so for fixed header, let's create one div first and add some styling here. Fixed top 0. Okay, now here we have to make another component header for our layout, seat layout header. Okay, so what I will do here is just go to the components, and inside components create one folder for seat layout. Okay, and inside this seat layout just create header.jsx. Okay, now similarly create one for footer. Okay, now let's import this header. Okay, and for the footer, let's create one div. Footer is also fixed. Okay, now inside this just call the footer. Okay, now let's go to the header and design our header. Okay, so I will be designing the header here. Just follow me, and if you find any difficulties, please comment below. Okay, we have to make like this. This is a BookMyScreen type logo of our application, movie data, and the theater data as well. And this is a simple logged in user data. So let's go here, and first of all write it as top bar, and here just follow me. Here we have to display the movie and theater data. Okay, so let's parallelly integrate the API as well. So we have to get the show data here. So just go to the seat layout, and inside our seat layout here just call for the seat data. Okay, and here you only need to pass the show ID. that we will receive from the use params. Okay. We don't need the state here. Now here we get the show data. Now let's pass this show data here inside our headers. Okay. Now let's save it. Go to the headers and we have to receive show data. And here just write the show data dot movie dot title. Let's save it and check whether it's working or not. Okay, we got the error here. Save it. And use param is not defined. So inside seat layout, just import this. Use very okay. This data as well. This okay. Now let's save it. And here nothing is printed here. Okay. So why it's not showing here? Let's print the show data first. Undefined. Okay, it's undefined. Now let's go to the network and check whether the API is triggering or I think API is not triggering. Okay, now let's check whether here the API is defined. So inside APIs folder, index.js. Okay, sorry, here I did some spelling mistake. We'll be able to write data. Now let's save it. Now I think it will work. Yeah, you can see that it is working. Okay. Now this is the movie that I selected. Okay. Now here we have to display this data. Sorry, let's zoom it. Date and theater. Okay. So let's go to the code inside headers. And after this h2, just create one more p tag with class name. Text is xs. Let's add some styling here. Okay, now inside this, let's call the day.js. Okay, first we have to import that. Okay, this is not a default. This is a default import. Day.js from day.js. Okay. Now inside this, just write day.js show data dot date in the form of dd yy. Okay. And just after this, just write format in the form of sorry, we don't have to write comma here. Just write and y. Okay. So this is good. Now let's save it. I can see the 10th November 2025. Okay. Now after this, we have to display the start time and theater data. So just write show data dot start time and at show data dot theater dot name plus show data dot theater dot city show data theater dot state. Okay. Now let's save it. Yeah, I can see that it's looking good and it's same as this. Okay. Now let's design this section. Okay, the timing section. So for that, cut this and wrap this inside this. Okay. Now after this div, we have to display the show timings. Okay. Okay, so just follow me. Now inside this, okay, now let's save this. Okay, so this is how it's looking right now. But we have to display it like this, like Sunday 29 June. So here, like that. Okay, so just go to the headers and remove this whole, and we have to make two paragraphs. Okay, for this like this. Okay, so first is for the day, for day, and another is for the date and month. Okay, now let's save it. Yeah, you can see that Monday 10 now. So let's add one more M. Okay, so this is done. Now we have to add one horizontal line here after this. So just go here, and after button, div here. Okay, just write HR and add some class name here. This margin Y is 2, border gray is 300, and max W 7XL and MX auto. Okay, now let's save this. Okay, so this is done. Now let's design our footer. Okay, so just close this headers and go to the footer. Okay, so let's design it. Okay, so just follow me. Okay, I think this is done. Now let's save this. Okay, this is overlapping with the data. Now let's fix the UIs. Okay, now comment this and let's save this. Okay, now it's good. So this is the another footer, one more footer that you can show here, that is to selected. So this footer is available only when you are selecting seats. Suppose you are selecting seat number 9 and this footer will be appear. Okay, so let's do a condition, let's create a conditional footer here as well. Okay, so here first of all make a variable we selected as true. Initially it's true, so here just cut this, and if selected true, then display this, otherwise display this. Okay, and here just display one more. Okay, now here just add some styling. Let's write here some static data for now. Once we implement seat selection, then we will make it dynamic. Okay, okay, now let's save this. Yeah, you can see that this is good, just same as this. Now if I make this false, then this UI will be appear. Okay, so this will be changing based on the seat selection. Okay, so our header footer is done. Now it's time to make the seat layout. Okay, so let's create it. Okay, so let's do it. So what I will do here is I will simply paste the code for a scrollable seat layout, because I'm not going to explain you while coding because it's a very complex code. So I will first copy paste it here and then I will explain you each and every line. Okay, and I will also provide this whole code in the description, so don't worry, you can also copy paste it, but try to understand the codes. Okay, so here just I'm pasting this, and this seat here just create this, and for now I have to remove this seat, selected seat, locked seat and on click. Okay, so just remove this and only, and here also just remove these things. We will do that later when we implement the seat selection. Okay, so okay, now this is also removed. On click, and this is also going to remove. Okay, now here we have to remove these three things. Okay, now let's save this. Okay, here you can see that screen image is not defined at seat layout. Okay, so this is the screen image. We have to import the screen image from our asset folder. Okay, so just go above and here paste this. Okay, now let's save this. Yeah, locked seat is not defined and seat layout 10. Okay, so remove this also. Now let's save this. Yeah, you can see that the UI is displayed here, but this is undefined and the UI is not correct here. Okay, so let me fix it. Actually, I figured out our mistake, and that is a big mistake which we did in our earlier videos. That is where we are generating seat layout. Okay, inside seat layout you can see that only rows and seats fields are present. Okay, but in our front end we are accessing the type of the seat and price as well, so that's why it's showing undefined. Okay, So let's do some changes here. Just comment this seat layout. Okay. And I change this generate price map by this. Okay. It's better to remove this generate seat layout phase and go here inside here seat layout, call the method that is inside our util function, that is this generate seat layout. Okay, this method we have to call. So just copy this and here paste. Okay, I will update this code in the description as well. Okay, so I will update everything. Okay, so don't worry. Import this from utils. Okay, now let's save this. We have to run our seed source script once more. Okay, so just close this and run this npm run seed source. Okay, it's source created. Now let's run our server. Okay, BookMyScreen and here F1 movie. Okay, let's click on 4 p.m. So yeah, you can see that the data is coming perfectly fine. Okay, so this is looking exactly same as this. Okay, and I think this is the most complex UI which I render in my development journey. So now it's time to explain you the code. Okay, go to the VS Code. So what I'm doing here is I am just fetching the source data.seat layout. Okay, so you can see here, and let's inspect the data here. I am fetching source.seat layout. Okay, and the code which I have written here is just the code that I have written here. What it did is it is just grouping the rows. Like this premium is only one row, so you can see that this is only one row, and executive B, C, D, these 3 rows are executive. So these 3 rows are grouped, and a row number A is normal. Okay, so this is the grouping, and after this I am just iterating the seats. Okay, so inside this you can see that type, price, and rows. Okay, so let's the type is executive. Then here you can see the type that is executive and the price of executive, and inside this type we have also received the rows. So this is normal rendering of the rows. Okay, now this is the seat component in which I am passing the seat and row. Okay, so the actual rendering happens here. Okay, this is the main thing, a button which have this class name and a status is occupied, then this will display, otherwise seat.number. Okay, so this is how it's rendering. I will provide the whole code of this seat layout in the description. You can refer it from here, and if you stuck in somewhere, just please mail me or ping me in the comment. Okay, so that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you find this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thanks for watching.